Hello, I am James Green of Uber Solar, and the purpose of this video is to discuss the two different ways of heating water with solar. We've already covered in a different video the other types of heating, such as an electric geyser, gas boilers, heat pumps, donkey boilers, kerosene boilers, etc. However, over the last couple of years, there has been an increase in the number of opportunities to use solar PV or solar electric for heating water. And in our opinion, it is not the right thing to do unless you have a very large solar electric system and you are just extending that system by putting on a few extra panels and running that through the inverter into the standard electric element. So what we now have is a number of people competing with what I call the traditional solar thermal market. And I'm just going to go and share a screen and show you a couple of things. Let's see if I can get it to work. So there are a number of different kits which are in the market. I've just taken one off the internet, which is a 200-liter system, which has got 3 or 4 panels totaling close to 1,000 watts per hour. It's got a controller box, a thing where you could look at everything, and a new element. And the price for that is around 19,500 plus installation. But if one looks at the maths relating to it, if you have 3 or 4 panels which have got an output of around 1,000 watts, the amount of electricity they're going to generate during a day will be around 5.6 hours worth, being 5.6 kilowatt hours. And then you can add a bit for the beginning and the end of the day at around 2.5 hours. So the probability is that this system, which is being put forward at 19,500, will be around 7.5 kilowatt hours. Now, the problem with that is that in order to heat 200 liters, if you look at the specific heat of water formulas, you need 10 kilowatt hours. So just as a comparison, we have looked at one of our systems, which is a solar thermal system with 24 tubes, which is what we would normally put onto 150 liters. And the cost of that is 13,800. And it has an output of, a deemed output of 7.5 kilowatts at 20 megajoules per day. And just looking at it very simply, it is 30% cheaper. So the question therefore arises, why would you bother to put on a solar electric system rather than a solar thermal system if it is more expensive and less efficient? And indeed, the bigger the system, the more that becomes the case. So if you're looking at 300 liters, again, it's about 40%. 40% more expensive, if you want to put it in, or rather 40% cheaper, depending on which way you're looking at it. So we believe that for the foreseeable future, by which I mean the next few years, because solar electric has already come down in price a lot, solar thermal is going to be a much better solution for heating water. And there's one sort of simple scientific reason of looking at it. If you look at the typical efficiency in converting solar energy using a solar PV panel, it will be between 16 and 23%. And if you look at solar thermal and the type of panel there, it will be between 40 and 60% efficiency. So just those differences in efficiency are one of the reasons why solar electric is going to be more. And hopefully that has been useful to those people who are looking at either or. As I said before, if you have a very large solar electric system, you can just add on a few more panels and put it through the inverter and put that into your electric geyser and just use it as an electric geyser. No problem at all. But on 150 liters or 200 liters or 300 liters, if it's a standalone system, you're better off keeping to the actual individual technologies. So if you have any questions, please come back to me. Happy to answer anything as usual, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.